So did it not play the song? I'm assuming, based on some stuff I was seeing in the chat, that it wasn't playing the song. Can you even hear me? OBS doesn't seem to know what it wants to do in terms of what it wants to put out audio-wise. Ever since I changed my computer, OBS doesn't know what to fucking do anymore. It's a nightmare. No song? Yeah, I didn't think so. What a pile of trash. What a load of horse shit. At least you can hear me, though, right? Let me ask you if you can hear. I'm going to play something else. You tell me if you can hear this. All right, I'm just going to.
That my sexually repressed pink friend, but I gotta work.
You hear that? Did that play? That's what I want to know. Hear that? Can't hear you. Shut up. I'll just put it in the chat on the screen here. All that crap where you can send me money is like working. There's a thing in the description. And I don't know. Can you guys do super chats? Is that enabled? I'm not sure about that one. But, you know, whatever. Everything's great. Everything's grand. The audio stream's current bitrate is lower than recommended bitrate. Shut up. YouTube, don't give me your bullshit, all right? No one cares about your fucking nonsense. Just go fuck yourself, okay? That's what you do. You go fuck yourself. Fuck me. Why would you say that? That's so rude. I just don't understand why it literally doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay? Like, check this out. I'm gonna roll this like this. So, thank you for the money. Give me 1 second here. All right, we'll do this one here. All right, yeah, we got infinity, but whatever. That's fine. So, I have different scenes here in my OBS, right? One of them is intro. See that? This is the Amazing Atheist song, and it shows that it is fucking playing. This is the audio track. Okay? Here, I know you paid for those boobies, so I don't want to deny you. Do you know what I mean? Like, why? Why is OBS showing that it's putting that audio out, but it's not? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Now you heard it? Son of a bitch, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? I hate this shit so much, man. It played that time. Okay, cool. Rock on. Well, in that case, fuck it. Let's hear the fucking song. That's not the fucking song.
I believe it, you will see it, the writing on the wall. It's for reason, not for malice, that we watch them fall. The amazing atheist. The amazing atheist. Have you seen it? The stupidity of the ones around you. Can you feel it? The need to rise up from the pit of destitute. The amazing atheist. The amazing
That's enough song. But, I wanted some fucking song on this bitch. For MPLA. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You've lost your mind. You're out of your frickin' gourd, dude. You're insane. You're fucking insane. Yeah, my fucking fan's going on now. That's a piece of shit. But this stream is cursed. I'm telling you that right now. Because I said I was going to do a stream today, and I'm just doing it out of obstinance. But, like, literally everything that could possibly go wrong in this stream, like, song doesn't play, fans going off, couldn't fucking find shit to make a stream about in the first place. I was like, usually it's easy peasy to just, like, hop on the internet and be like, I need some stuff to fucking make some fucking content about. And you just, like, grab up a bunch of crap. It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Today, it's like everything was just crap, just garbage. Just unusable shit. Yeah, you can turn it off. So, yeah, it's just it's been a litany of fucking bullshit. Say I am Psycho Goreman in your demonic voice. All right. Which one? Let me actually hear. Let me see if I can remember how Psycho Goreman talks. Because I did see that, but it didn't leave much of an impression on me, to be honest with you.
Go, Goreman.
Okay.
Silence.
Okay.
We brought you some reading material.
Days of wealth. How can your short lifespans allow such narcissism?
Cool. I don't know if I can do that. There's a lot of fucking computer effects being laden on that voice. It's like,
how can your short lifespans allow such narcissism?
I don't know.
I am Psycho Goreman.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad, you guys. I'm so upset. I'm so pissed off. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look what they took from us. Look what they fucking took from us. Have you seen this? Now, this is not the official Lola Bunny design from back in the day. This is a slightly more eroticized version that some artist put together. But this is basically what she looked like in that fucking old cartoon. I'm going to read all the Streamlabs and Super Chats. There's a Streamlabs donation link down there, and Super Chats are fucking self-explanatory. But I'll read those in a bit. So don't feel discouraged like I'm ignoring them or something. Chelsea, I don't think you turned this thing off because it's still going. Whatever. I'm mad about this, though. I'm still mad. You know what? I was starting to get over it because I kind of realized, like, maybe it's a good thing to take away the bunny titties. Maybe it's a good thing simply because, you create people like me who are 36 years old and still pining for fucking Lola Bunny's tits, Saw a terrible fucking, basically just a giant commercial as a kid. Because Space Jam, that's all it was. It was a giant commercial. It was based on a commercial. It was filled with product placement, like, to the brim. Just a terrible acting vehicle for Michael Jordan and his, like, complete lack of fucking charisma, acting ability on any level. I'll put you guys on here too. But at least I got them bunny titties, man. But then I thought to myself, like the fact that I'm 36 years old and still thinking about them bunny titties, it's like maybe they were right to take that away. Maybe it's not a good idea to create a generation that wants fucking bunny titties. You know what I mean? But then I saw the trailer for Space Jam 2. And when I saw that trailer, I realized, no, this this desperately needs some bunny titties because there ain't nothing else. There ain't nothing else. My big question, by the way, about Space Jam 2, was, there's no way LeBron James is as bad of an actor as Michael Jordan, right? It's like impossible. Search Patricia Bunny, Lola's mom. Maybe we'll get to that. We'll do that when we get to the to all those. Still, Bunny Titties Rule 34 fan art is better than the movie could ever be. That's true. But you know what? I'm not going to deny what you're saying is correct. But what I am going to say to you is that a pair of titties, people are always like, yeah, you can see titties on the internet. But you know what? Seeing a pair of titties in a movie, there's something more official about that, you know? Like, you go into the movie theater, you pay your price of admission, you got your popcorn bucket, you know? You got your Twizzlers, you got your Raisinets, you got whatever you got, right? And you're in that movie theater atmosphere, and you're there with a crowd of people. And then you all, as one, enjoy those big bunny titties on the screen. You know? There's something magical about that. That's what brings communities together. That's a moment when we transcend our petty human disputes, you know? We're not thinking about each other's race, each other's sexual orientation, gender identity, politics. We can exist as one people and bask in the glow of those bunny titties. And that's a beautiful thing. And you know what? Hollywood saw that was a beautiful thing, and they decided to take it from us. You know? Not only that, but they've turned Space Jam to, like, it literally, I'll give it this. I'll give Space Jam 2 this. It lives up to the legacy of Space Jam. Space Jam was a total joyless, loveless, cash grab piece of garbage movie, and this one looks like it's that on steroids. Or crack. Or both. You know what I mean? Not only did they take away Lola's titties, by the way, but they made her look like an idiot. They gave her a derpy face. They took away all of her intelligence. Now she's just this, like, it's like her eyes are wrong. Like, there's too much distance between her pupils all of a sudden. It's sickening. It's cruel. You know, this here, that Lola Bunny above me, that represents the true values of America. That's all I'm saying. Did I see the Space Jam 2 trailer? Of course I saw the Space Jam 2 trailer. Yeah. That's what I just said. I just said I watched it. I'd watch it on stream if I thought I'd get away with it, but I'd probably get some kind of copyright bullshit. Probably some kind of nonsense about, oh, you can't watch that because, you know, it just sickens me. That image is not in the movie. Didn't I open saying that? I literally already said that. Why are you reiterating shit I already said? If you're late to the party and you just don't know what's going on, maybe you just shut the fuck up. Maybe you don't need to speak. You know what I mean? Maybe wait until you, like, have a fucking deeper grasp of what's actually happening. You know, that's all I'd say to you. Thank you for the 420. Appreciate it. I think you're a little obsessed with this, reinforcing your earlier point that you shouldn't be showing kids bunny titties. Yeah, you know what? Right. I mean, that was a moment of self-awareness on my part, I think. But you know what? I'm ready to throw that away. I'm ready to take that self-awareness that I gleaned in a moment of clarity, and I'm willing to throw that right in the fucking trash and go back to my previous stance of we need bunny titties. Look, so much of what we talk about when we talk about cancel culture is nonsense, okay? Like a lot of this stuff of people supposedly being canceled is kind of bullshit. A lot of this stuff about cultural changes happening, people getting upset, you know, oh, Mr. Potato Head thing. That's just like, you can go back and see the video I did on cancel culture. I mean, like a lot of that stuff's garbage. But, you know, there's you know, every once in a while, man, culture takes a wrong turn. You know, I'm not saying every change, I'm not one of these people that just reflexively against all change. But in this particular instance, man, I think we made a mistake. I think we need to go back. I think we need to go back to the pure, good and righteous Lola Bunny that we know and love. You know? The Lola Bunny that made you feel funny feelings when you saw her for the first time. You know, when you were a little kid and you watched Space Jam. I mean, I saw Space Jam in the theaters. I was excited to go see Space Jam. Like, yeah, Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan. Yeah. I don't know how old I was. Where did Space Jam come out? 96? I was like 11 then. Like 11 or 12 years old. You know? I was just coming of age. And I saw Lola Bunny. And I saw those bunny boobies. And it touched me. Touched me in ways that I can't even begin to explain to you. And now it's like her boobs. I mean, like, really, if you think about it, an act of violence has been done to Lola, right? I mean, you take a symbol of femininity and you strip it of the feminine, right? You forcibly alter her anatomy to conform to some new societal standard. And it's just like, wow, what kind of message does that send? I don't think I'm here asking questions. You know, I'm bold enough. I'm bold enough to ask these important questions that I think society is sometimes afraid to ask. So I think we all should have a round of applause for how brave I am, for bringing this up, for taking a stand. Yeah, good for me. I'm going to officially pat myself right on the back for that. So beautiful, so powerful. Show a pic of the new Lola. Yeah, I guess I have to for a basis of comparison. Right? I mean, I'm warning you. You know, it's hideous, and you're gonna feel disgust. You're gonna feel like everything you once believed in is dead. But, you know, that's just how it goes, I guess. So I'm trying to find, let's see, what's an ideal picture? This is probably the best picture we have of new Lola. So we have, because for some reason there's 2D and 3D going on in this movie, there's a 2D version and a 3D version. I'm going to get both queued up here. And I will say the 3D version looks a little better than the 2D. But whatever. Give me that shit. Yeah, copy image. Or no, not copy image. Copy image address. That'll get it to me, right? Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at this. Right? I mean, like, she looks derpy, does she not? So, I mean, you see, like, there is the faintest hint of, like, maybe there's kind of a boobie. But you know? That's mostly gone. That's mostly done for. But the main thing, honestly, that really strikes me is like, ugh, this weird face they gave her. Like, what's happening with that? You still sleep with this Lola? I mean, you know, still a cartoon bunny. I mean, obviously you gotta fuck any cartoon bunny you get a chance to fuck. That's just like a given. But, you know, certainly she's still curvy. I mean, compared to what she was, though, you know what I mean? Compared to what she was. And, of course, there's also, because this movie, for some reason, wants to do 2D and 3D Looney Tunes, there's also this this 3D version, which I think looks a little better, honestly, in terms of its basic design. Like, the face doesn't look quite as awful, I guess. She was overly exaggerating like most cartoon women. Whatever. There's plenty of women that are shit. I mean, look at that. Look at the girl bouncing right next to me. Is she exaggerated? No, that is her body. Now, maybe some parts of it have been a little augmented, possibly. But hey, you know, she's a real human being. And she deserves the same respect as anybody else. Sexy lives matter, you guys. Sexy lives matter. That's all I'm saying. I think we forget that all too often in this country. You know? We leave sexy people behind. We're just like, oh, they're not even human. We rob them of their basic humanity. I'd settle for road. I love that shit, man. Good luck catching him. You know? That coyote's been trying. Imagine caring this much. Yeah. I don't have to imagine, because I do care this much. Someone has to. Someone has to care this much. Lola's not a real human being, though. I can't, like, why are you guys, okay, so, like, why is everyone taking this at face value right now? I mean, like, come on. There's a strong, like, undercurrent of, like, sarcasm. I mean, like, yeah, there's a kernel of truth and shit, but, like, you know, like, I'm kind of trolling. I'm at least, like, I want you to believe that I'm, like, 70% trolling. I'm more like 30% trolling, but, well, you know. Anyway, whatever. I think I've gotten as much material as I can out of Lola, so. It's not Lola canon? What are you talking about? What's not Lola canon? This is Lola canon. Yeah, so I wanted to bid adieu to Yahoo Answers, you guys. You guys hear about this shit? They're taking away Yahoo Answers, man. I don't know about you, but I found Yahoo Answers terrifically useful as a service. And that's just this is usually the teaching goes fast. I mean, hey, you know, everyone's got a breaking point, man. So, actually, before we get to this, can we talk about... I mean, can I play the fucking Space Jam trailer? Can I fucking play the fucking Space Jam trailer? Am I going to get in trouble? Have you guys seen anyone stream the fucking Space Jam trailer at all? Can I get away with that? Do you know if I can get away with that? I just never know with YouTube what's going to fucking be okay. I mean, like, shouldn't they be happy? Shouldn't they be happy that I'm showing their stupid trailer? Like, isn't that how it should work? Like, oh, hey, you're showing our stupid fucking trailer for our piece of shit movie. Like, wouldn't that be a good fucking thing, right? But no, they want to have some issue with it. Well, whatever. I'm gonna tempt the fates. I'm gonna fucking tempt the goddamn fates and try to play this fucking trailer, all right? So we talk about some stuff here. No way in hell you can get away with it. Okay, well, you know what? I can at least go around it, okay? So I can go around and, like, focus on a few key things that I noticed. So here's the moment when I realized that LeBron James is definitely every bit as terrible an actor as fucking Michael Jordan. His son disappears. I think his son's called Dom. He's like, Dom! And then the delivery of this line, so great. Yeah. Say the line. Say the line.
Hail.
Do it.
The Matrix. Hail. What in the Matrix? Hail.
What in the Matrix? Hell. He's so bad. He's no sound, turn it down. That doesn't even make sense. What do you mean? No sound, turn it down. Is there no sound or is there too much sound? All right. This little thing, whatever the hell this is, pisses me off. Don Cheadle just like kidnapping LeBron James's son and being like, you can have him back if you beat me in basketball. Weird setup. Like, not that the original Space Jam didn't have a weird setup, but that's like really weird. So then they turn LeBron into a cartoon for a second, which kind of sucks because, you know, part of the cool thing about these kind of movies is like seeing real people interacting with cartoon characters, which it was done so well in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and it's literally never been done well again, which is crazy. So there's Lola, and look at Lola's complete lack of an ass there too. What the hell? You'll notice the absence of Pepe Le Pew, which I don't really miss him, but I did think it was pretty hypocritical, and a lot of people pointed this out when you can literally spot fucking the Droogs from A Clockwork Orange in the crowd at one point. I don't think I'm able to find them just going through, but wait, maybe I think were they there? Oh, look, there's the fucking penguin. That's kind of cool. Don't fall for it, TJ. So they're obviously just trying to do they're trying to do Ready Player One with this shit. Like, this is just like Ready Player One again. Looney Tunes, by the way, like Bugs Bunny in particular, looks fucking terrible. Like, I really hate this a lot. I'm not a fan. A lot of people have pointed out too that the Iron Giant in his own movie was like kind of rejected the idea of being used as a weapon or like a thing that creates destruction, and then both Ready Player One and this movie seem to use him as like this like mindlessly destructive robot that just goes around like kicking things and stuff. I mean, this is just Warner Brothers trying to flex their fucking their muscle at this point. Like, look at all our IP. They're like, Disney thinks it's got some IP. Look at our IP. We're just gonna shove them all into one fucking thing to remind you of all this shit we own. Look at it all. Is that Doc Brown back there? No. I thought I saw Doc Brown for a second. Everybody's in the fucking background of this piece of shit. Oh, yeah, this Granny joke is cringe. Where they have Granny fucking do the little spin around her fucking walker. Yeah, this movie is going to be awful. So, anyway, let's talk about Yahoo Answers, because that was the next thing I was planning on fucking talking about. So Yahoo Answers to end as Trump fans see plot to silence conservatives. Don't they always, though? Yahoo Answers is shutting down on May 4th, 2021. The Verizon-owned Yahoo announced this week the 16-year-old question and answer service will enter read-only mode on April 20th, preventing users from posting new questions or answering other users' questions, Yahoo said. On the May 4th shutdown date, the website will no longer be accessible and the URL will redirect to the Yahoo homepage, Yahoo said. No other Yahoo service are affected by this announcement. Yahoo Answers, man. So, the shutdown prompted anger from people asking if Yahoo Answers being shut to silence conservatives and for recommendations of other sites that post the truth regarding the left's degeneracy. Another asked whether former President Donald Trump should buy Yahoo to prevent the shutdown. Okay, so here's some of the questions that conservatives have in the wake of this this event. Will America survive 4 years of Joe Biden? I mean, obviously not. I mean, look at how things are already going. I mean, we're clearly this is the end. Can you point me to another site like Yahoo Answers where I can post about the truth regarding the left's degeneracy and ruining of the USA? I mean, you can literally post that kind of garbage anywhere. I don't know, try Breitbart or something, or go to like the Fox News comment section, or I don't know, literally like any fucking, like there's tons of right-wing spaces on the internet that you can go to and fucking do this. Like what about like, I guess, isn't Parler back going again? Can't you go on Parler? I don't know. Go to fucking some kind of fucking right-wing bullshit. There's fucking plenty of shit out there. Will liberals cry when Trump wins in 2024? Trump's probably not even going to be alive in 2024. I think George Floyd died from health issues. Not even a question. There's a question mark at the end, but it's like, I think George Floyd died from health issues. I love this fucking narrative that George Floyd, like, regardless of the cop crushing his neck or not, was just going to die. Like, he was going to die no matter what. Like, if he had never been accosted by the police, if they'd never, kneeled on his like windpipe or anything, like he would have died just the same. Like, he would have just been like, if he'd just been walking down the street, he would have just fallen over, fucking boom, he's dead, It's just like the cop kneeling on him, nothing to do with it, just a coincidence. It's like, what a fucking preposterous goddamn theory, I think fucking John F. Kennedy died of natural causes, I think John F. Kennedy died two microseconds before the bullet hit him. That's my theory. What do you think of it? Impressive, no? I think he was going to die no matter what. Should Trump buy Yahoo immediately to prevent answers from being shut down? Like, think about the fucking level of delusion that you have to, like, have to even, like, think that that's a thing that might happen. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to buy all of Yahoo. How much does that company cost? Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. So, like, when Yahoo was last sold, it was sold to Verizon in 2017 for $4.4 billion. So I don't think Trump could afford it. And even if he could, like, you think Trump would really, like, spend billions of dollars just to save Yahoo Answers? Like that's oh, wow, this is where, like, do these people literally not know how to, like, get off the Yahoo page? Like, to them, Yahoo is the whole internet or something? Like, there's plenty of other places on the internet. I don't know why you need Yahoo Answers is some like vital hub of conservative thought. I didn't even know that that was the case, by the way. Why do I need ID to buy a firearm if I do need one to vote? I don't know. Good question. Why does Joe stutter? You don't really need a fucking ID to buy a firearm, by the way. The fucking gun show loophole is, it's like super easy to just go buy a firearm from a private party without any sort of oversight. Why does Joe stutter so much like a retard and looks older than the Tales from the Crypt Keeper? Tales from the Crypt Keeper? It's called Tales from the Crypt. Okay? The Crypt Keeper is the host of Tales from the Crypt. But Biden stutters so much like a retard because he has a stutter. All right? And, I do think he's not as sharp as he used to be. I guess people don't like anymore when you say that he has dementia, but I mean, like, whatever. He clearly has suffered some cognitive fucking decline in the last fucking 5 to 10 years. Like, there's just no doubt about that. Still smarter than the people who use Yahoo Answers, though. Closing of Yahoo Answers means once again we lost freedom of speech. What? I don't understand. Why do Trump and Republicans hate minorities and love white supremacists? Hey, there's a real question. Is Yahoo Answers being shut to silence conservatives? No, probably not. As Yahoo Answers prepares a shutdown, how will conservatives spin the decision as an attempt to censor only conservatives? Well, you have your answer on that one, buddy. 70 million people voted for Trump. They can't all be stupid, can they? Well, maybe not every single one. Do you agree with liberals who say Florida will be underwater by 2050? I don't know if that's, I don't know what the story is there. Will Democrats ever admit that the election was rigged? Will Trump's new social media platform host a Q&A so we can keep the dialogue going? And will comments to news stories return? Yes. Trump's new social media platform is going to be the most freest free speech place ever. You can speak any truth you want as long as it doesn't contradict any narrative Trump has. But I thought we could say goodbye to Yahoo Answers by going over some of the greatest Yahoo Answers of all time. Because there's been some gems over the years. And it's a beautiful thing. It's powerful. Look at this. This is a brilliant question. This is a question I think more people need to ask themselves on a regular fucking basis. You know what I mean? I hate horses. Question mark. I hate horses? They're too tall and they pretend to care about the feelings of others. Fucking pieces of shit, dude. I mean, that's true. Horses be putting on airs, y'all. Horses be putting on airs. I ate an entire moldy fruit salad. How long before I get sick? I ate an entire moldy fruit salad I bought at the school cafeteria so I could get sick and leave school early and maybe sue the school and get tons of money. My nose and stomach already feel kind of bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's thinking, right? If the school's selling moldy fruit salads that make you sick, then yeah, I mean, that seems like grounds for a lawsuit. I think you got something there. What happens if you paint your teeth white with nail polish? My cousin always does this and her teeth are really white. Is this bad for you? Yeah. Nail polish is paint, basically. And you probably shouldn't eat paint. There's a reason that, like, a common joke about stupid people is that, like, maybe they ate paint chips as a kid. Now, so yeah, I think if you're painting your teeth white with nail polish, yeah, that's probably a problem. how can I break my thumb more? I thought I broke my thumb, so I told everyone I was getting a cast. I want a cast. I went to the doctor, but they said it wasn't broken, so I need to get a cast before I go to school tomorrow. Help me, and please don't tell me to just tell them the truth. I love this one so much, man. I love it. I love that there's this guy is like, he broke his thumb and he's like going around telling her, yeah, I'm getting a cast for my broken thumb. It's going to be so cool. Wait till you guys see my cast tomorrow. He goes to the doctor, and the doctor's like, your thumb's fine. He's like, no! Someone tell me how to get a cast by tomorrow. What? What a weird fucking desire, man. Never tell the truth. Are there birds in Canada? I'm thinking of visiting and might bring my camera, so I'm curious to know if they have any birds. I know they have moose. And by the way, if you're thinking to yourself, like, some of these are trolls, yeah, for sure. But also, there's really stupid people out there, so, you know. I just like to pretend that they're all definitely can be taken at absolute face value. I think this one is real, for instance. How is Babby formed? How is Babby formed? How girl get pregnant? I love it, dude. That's dope as fuck. This guy is the greatest. I don't know what this fucking... They need to do way insane mother who kill their babbies because these babby can't frig back. It was on the news this rowing a mother in R who had killed her 3 kids. They are taking the 3 babby back to New York to lady to rest my party are with the father who lost his children. I am truly sorry for your lots. Asker's rating, sniffle. Yeah, man. It's fucking powerful. What the fuck did I just read? Why does this chick think that he had a loss? What about, like, am I missing some kind of coded shit in here where it's like, my baby died? My mom, my wife killed my baby? Gotta kill the babbies, man. Fucking babbies are pieces of shit. What is happening? This is the kind of stuff we're missing out when they take Yahoo Answers away from us. We don't get to fucking ask questions like, how am I sure I'm the real mom of my kid? I mean, what mother hasn't been faced with that dilemma at one point or another, you know? It's like, wait, what if the baby isn't mine? I just had a baby, and it looks more like the man I had a baby with. It doesn't look like me at all, and I'm scared he was cheating on me with another lady, and I had her kid. This child is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I can't imagine giving my baby to the real mom. How do I know? Yeah, the QAnon thing is making more sense, huh? It's making more sense how the fuck that existed. Or exists, I guess. By the way, guys, August 17th, that's when Trump takes power back. That's when he's back. Thanks for the brain damage money. Yeah, no more Yahoo Answers. So you don't get to look at this. This is an important thing. We all need this. Have you ever? I mean, I've wondered this from time to time. I've wondered this question in my life several times. I've laid awake at night and I've asked myself, did I turn my boyfriend into a vampire? I mean, it's okay, so I have a new boyfriend. Yay. Yay! And we've been seeing each other for about a month now. Anyway, the other night, we had a Twilight marathon. I love Twilight! And a dream of mine is to have a vampire boyfriend. I have been experimenting with eating my own blood ever since the Twilight books first came out. I consider myself to be a vampire now. I usually just save the blood I lose naturally each month. I usually just keep the tampons in the freezer, etc., and suck on them or eat them later. Hold on one moment. I have to just go over here for 1 sec. I'll be right back. I decided that I would try to turn my new boyfriend. So I've been cooking my blood into his food when he comes over. I have tried making blood pudding as well, but that only works if I've had a heavy flow. You need a lot of blood. So I usually just add a little bit of blood into the marinade or pasta sauce, etc., etc. He has absolutely no idea. Tongue out face. I've been doing this for about 3 to 4 weeks. Do you think he would be a vampire by now? Yeah, I would say that there's a good chance, right? I mean, that's pretty much how most people become vampires, I think, you know? If I remember Bram Stoker's Dracula correctly, I think that's kind of how it happened for him. So, I think that makes sense, right? Yahoo Answers. How can I change my race? Last year I was a Catholic, but I'm bored with that now. I've been thinking for next year or so I'd like to be either Chinese or Russian. How can I change my race? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're quite there yet, but hey, you know, give it a minute. Resolved question. If Batman parents are died, then how was he born? I wish they would show the resolution because, like, I mean, that paradox has plagued all of us, I think, at one time or another. You know, I know I've spent many a sleepless night tossing and turning, just wondering, like, God damn it, if Batman parents are died, then how was he born? It doesn't make sense how died parents can have children. Did they think this through? I mean, I don't know what kind of crazy rigmarole answer they came up with to this, but, like, you know, I think we can all admit that that doesn't make any sense. That's a huge plot hole. This is probably the most profound. This is the most profound question that's probably ever been asked by a human being. And I think we can all agree on that. If I eat myself, would I become twice as big or disappear completely? And then this person underneath, this is the best answer, chosen by voters. At least by one vote. I don't know. Or 6 people. I don't know the rules of Yahoo Answers, but that just blew my mind. You just blew my fucking mind. Would I become twice as big, or would I disappear completely? Mind blown. Mind fucking blown. Doesn't get much better than that, huh? Anyway, let's take a look at some Streamlabs Super Chat kind of stuff, huh? See what's going on with that. I think it's about that time in the broadcast, huh? Not getting a whole lot of donations. I only see 1 donation so far. Getting more Super Chats than donos. But that's cool. Andrew Walker, 420, says, you tried and failed to quit smoking numerous times. Why do you think your most recent attempt was successful? Knock on wood. So I guess what I had to do really to to actually quit smoking was, well, first of all, I had to commit to quitting, and it had to be something that like was an absolute binding sort of decision, because one of the things that I do is I'm pretty good at talking myself into, hey, you know, one cigarette isn't going to hurt or whatever the fuck, you know? I'm pretty good at, like, you know, being like, maybe I'll just smoke a cigarette every now and again or something, and, you know, I'll quit for a while, and then someone will offer me one. I'll be like, you know, I could have one. And, you know, it always just opened those floodgates right back up. Like, none of my previous attempts to quit, like, they never worked, because the second that I was alone around someone else who smoked, it was super easy to just, you know, convince myself that I could easily smoke I could bum a cigarette from them and smoke it, and it would just be fine, and it wasn't going to reopen any sort of, like, you know, stuff like that. But it's just not how it works, you know, at least not for me. I had to make the decision, just like, it's not going to do it. And it's really kind of easy because, I mean, it's hard in a way because I still want to smoke cigarettes. But, it's easy because it's just something I just don't do, right? It's just like, I can't do this. Under no circumstance can I smoke a cigarette. Once I like made my peace with the fact that's like, you're never smoking a cigarette again. That was when it took. No matter how much you want it, you can't have it. And you know, probably the biggest temptation, I think, is the idea that I think if I went to Las Vegas, and I do plan to go to Las Vegas again someday, I think I'd be powerless not to smoke in Las Vegas. I think I would absolutely have to smoke if I went to Las Vegas again. But my fear is that it would just like I wouldn't be able to stay quit after relapsing in Vegas. But because that's just how it happens. It's like you give in to that small temptation, and it just leads to like more and more. So, yeah, I guess that just make, and, you know, like I tried a lot of the fucking ease my way out of it thing. I tried reducing the number of cigarettes by a tiny fraction each day and kind of weaning myself off of smoking cigarettes. Don't you still smoke with Stevie? No, I don't smoke with Stevie. I mean, I might smoke weed with Stevie, but I'm not smoking cigarettes with Stevie. Yeah, I haven't, you know, but I tried just easing off of them and smoking less of them. That didn't work. I tried the gum. I tried the pills, the Chantix to, like, you know, make smoking seem disgusting and stuff. And that worked for a while, but as soon as you get off the Chantix, you go right back to the cigarettes. At least I did. The only thing that worked for me was just one random ass day. I was just like, I quit. I'm done. Cold turkey. Fuck cigarettes. They're not a thing in my life anymore. And you know, my wife Chelsea was very supportive and stuff because she didn't want me smoking. Obviously, you know, she'd seen me wake up one morning and I had such a bad coughing fit that I just passed out, just fell onto the fucking floor. Like hit my head on my dresser. Didn't really hurt myself, but it was still like a scary thing for her. And, you know, I was having these like dizzy spells every so often. I would just like have these random coughing fits where I would cough, and I would get lightheaded, and I would either get like very like woozy like that, or I would just pass out entirely, for like at least like a few seconds. And, you know, when I quit smoking, those stopped happening. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, just, smoking fucking sucks dick. And, you know, I was having all kinds of health effects from it. My fingers were constantly stained yellow. I smelled like cigarettes 24/7. I was having coughing fits. I was passing out. I was waking up coughing every morning. So it's just a miserable fucking existence. And I was just like, you know, at some point, you either have to resign yourself to like, this is just the reality of what I'm doing to myself, or you just have to be like, all right, I'm just done with it. And so I just said I was done with it. And, you know, that was almost a year ago. And, you know, I've been offered cigarettes and I refused them. You know, I haven't taken a drag of any cigarette. I think I might have taken a puff of a cigar at one point or another. Like I might have hit a couple of drags off a cigar at one point. You know, I don't even think I did that though, honestly. I'm pretty sure that I've pretty much completely stayed away from any tobacco or nicotine product because I just don't want to give nicotine that foothold back into my life. But I really do feel like if I went to Las Vegas, I'd buy a pack of cigarettes and I'd say like, I'm going to smoke this one pack of cigarettes. Anywhere else, I think I could resist it, but not there. I think what I really want to do is I want to park my ass in front of the roulette machine, like the digital roulette. Like there's a real wheel, but there's like a display that you actually place your bets on, so you don't have to interact with any human beings. I think I want to sit at that for like 12 hours straight and smoke a pack of cigarettes and play roulette. And that would be a dream. But other than that, I really don't have the urge to smoke too strongly anymore. When I look at a character in a movie smoking a cigarette, I no longer am like, oh, please. Oh, I mean, every once in a while it hits me, but usually not. So I don't know. It's been hard in certain things, certain regards, but like for the most part, it hasn't been that hard. Something about Vegas as a trigger. It's just so because you can smoke inside still. Like you could smoke inside of an air-conditioned building, and plus smoking and gambling they just feel right together. And yeah, Vegas is designed for indulgence and stuff, and you know. Now I don't give a fuck about poker. I'm all about roulette. All about it. So let's take a look at some super chats here. Let's see. What's the date today? The 6th? So I guess these actually say it's the 7th here, but whatever. Do It Live gave $5 and said, yes. Mendacious C gave $2 and says, if you're seeing this, you can get super chats. Cool. Thank you. Dem Boys Gaming gave $5 and says, for RHA MPLA. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Jake Dyer gave $5 and says, say I am Psycho Goreman in your demonic voice, which I already did. Small Mail gave $5 and says, TJ, when should I buy a house? Will the market crash and make it more affordable? I don't want to get stuck with a mobile home and no land investment. Thank you. You know, I'm kind of struggling with the same thing right now because I have been thinking about buying a house. Not here in fucking Louisiana, of course. Fuck that. But I've been looking at some other areas in the country that I might want to buy a house. And you know, I haven't really been able to decide what I want. I mean, I haven't been able to figure out, like, I feel like the market is going to crash at some point, but I don't know exactly when it's going to crash, and I'm not sure if I should wait until after the crash to buy. Because here's my fear. I'm going to wait and wait and wait, and the crash isn't going to happen. And housing prices are just going to go up and up and up and up and up. And then it's going to be like, fuck, where's this goddamn crash? And then I'm going to give up and be like, fuck, I guess I just got to buy now. And then I'm going to buy it, and then the crash will fucking happen. And I'll be like, fuck, now the crash happens? So I don't know. No financial advice. I mean, you'd be an idiot if you're taking fucking financial advice from me any fucking way. But yeah, this is not financial advice or whatever. Like, I think that should be obvious. The next thing is your mom gave $5 and says, search Patricia Bunny, Lola's mom. All right. I've done it. I'm trying to figure out what the official imagery is. I can see there is some Rule 34 already coming up just from searching Patricia Bunny straight up, not even putting up. So basically, the thing with Patricia Bunny, and I'm going to show fan art because I think it shows off the character design and what people like about it better than the official depiction does. But this is what everyone's. She's thick. She's kind of fat, and she's got even bigger titties because she's a fat bunny. Which, you know, I'm down. And like, I guess she rolls her ears up into some like Princess Leia cinnamon rolls and shit. So I don't know. You know, I could see it. Jimmy Dore gave $1.99. Says, "Are you going to admit that I was right about AOC? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark." That's the real Jimmy Dore, by the way. It comes in my shit all the time. That's the real fucking Jimmy Dore. I don't think it is actually, but yeah, I actually posted a thing on my Twitter recently talking about AOC and what I think she needs to do. So go to my Twitter. You see me comment on that there. Fat Man gave $5. By the way, the Twitter just links to my TJ Does Life channel. I do way more streaming on TJ Does Life. Like, I'll do it on my phone all the time. So you can easily just go there and look at my stream shit on the TJ Does Life thing. Because I stream there on my fucking phone all the time in my fucking TV room. Fat Man gave $5. Says, "Happy 6th day of April, TJ." Thanks. Thank you so kindly, even though it's almost over. Scott from Space gave $5 New Zealand and says, "I'd settle for Roadrunner." And Mendacious C gave $2 New Zealand bucks, says, "Release the Scotty cut." So yeah, my brother Scotty actually proposed a sequel to Space Jam. Like, Scotty had this pitch for Space Jam 2 that to me is like super funny. It's the funniest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't think anyone's ever made me laugh harder than when I heard him describing his concept for Space Jam 2. I kind of want to just like post it in its entirety for you guys. I almost want to just like play it now, but it is like 30 minutes or something for him to describe it. So I think I'm gonna go fucking clip it out, and I'm gonna add it to like probably the Deep Fat Fried channel. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Deep Fat Fried, go follow the Deep Fat Fried channel. You know what I mean? And then you can fucking do that. Let's see here. Mendacious C. R.I.P. Bunny Titties. Yeah. So Script Monkey Productions gave $5. It says R.I.P. Bunny Titties, which, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Fat Man gave $5. Says, "Here is some money to pay for brain damage." Reading that probably gave you. I think they were talking about some of the Yahoo Answers stuff earlier. Ann Prin Paul gave $2 and says, "Best Abandoned Hope ever." Thank you. Spinosaurus, the Proud Socialist Egyptiacus, gave $5 and says, "How would you react if you found out Chelsea was secretly putting blood in your found from her tampon to turn you into a vampire?" I mean, you know, it'd be weird if she was secretly doing it because we're already openly, like, Chelsea and I are both already vampires. So, like, yeah, of course we put blood in all of our meals, so it wouldn't be unusual. Spinosaurus, the Proud Egyptiacus, again with $2, says, "I mean food, lol." Yeah, I figure what you meant. Mr. Down B gave $2, says, "Hope you're doing well." Thank you. You're so kind. You're so wonderful. Ann Prin Paul gave $2, says, "Do you still smoke with Stevie?" No, I'll smoke some green with him, but I ain't smoking no tobacco with him. Ann Prin Paul, again, $2. What drug you done? Let's see. I've done acid. I've done shrooms. I've done Klonopin. I've done weed, obviously. I've done OxyContin, oxycodone. Don't care for those, by the way. Adderall. Have Have I done any other recreational drugs? I think that's pretty much it. Let's see here. I think we've got a few more since I started doing this. Oh, it looks like I got a donation or two. Donation from Freakadelic for $3.99 says Yahoo Answers with questions like, am I pregnant? Am I pargnant? Am I purganant? I immediately tell you, yes, the person is indeed pregnant because they're obviously too stupid to spell or use contraception. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. And cunt fuck shit gave $5 and says, click here to watch Ben Shapiro play the Schindler's List theme song on the violin for Larry King. Lol. Do I even want to see that? I got a few more super chats here. Aiden Kremen gave $5 and says, you probably get asked all the time, but you have any future plans for another DFF D&D? Really want to do that again. We have a few other properties we're developing right now, so D&D is definitely like on the back burner at this point. It was something that we wanted to do. We thought we could do something unique with it because we were all going to like sit in an actual tabletop and play, whereas a lot of the D&D stuff online is like remote. So it doesn't have that same energy of like sitting at the table with your friends and playing. But now we're kind of scattered a little bit. So, you know, it doesn't have that same vibe. Fortunately, like we finished the D&D studio just as COVID was happening. And, you know, it kind of fucked our plans on that. It's still something we're interested in doing, but right now Paul is working on Reboot Cinema for Cynics. Me and Scotty are working on a project that, you know, we're going to announce shortly. So there's like some stuff going on that we're doing on some other fronts for, you know, Pessimist Productions properties that, you know, a lot of stuff in development, but D&D's kind of on the back burner at the moment. But I don't think we've given up on the idea of doing more with it, but it might be something that's a little bit further down the line just because, you know, we want to have that sort of everyone at the table kind of vibe to it. So you know, we might have to figure out some way to really arrange that, or maybe it'll be done, you know, in a different way. And we just, you know, we've talked about some other stuff for it. I don't want to get into too much details, but some other ideas have been pitched as well. Zarkanon gave $5 and said, why don't you like David Lynch, TJ? I don't know. I just don't like pretentious garbage, I guess. Aiden Kremen gave $5 says, any plans for your 900K sub celebration? Yeah, I was going to melt down my gold play button into a gold dildo and fuck myself with it. But, you know, YouTube has rules against such things. I don't know. AWH gave $5, says, just watch your Shapeshifter video. Congrats. You're graduating from nihilism to existentialism. Your copies of Sartre and Camus will be in the mail. Thanks. Tried to read Camus before. Didn't really like it, but maybe maybe I'll like it this time. I don't know. Now that I'm getting existentialist or whatever. MMA Fighter 18 gave $4.99 and says, are you interested in ever bringing back Triggered? I've thought about it, but I don't know. Right now I'm just focused on doing this Q&A, and then we'll see kind of how it goes from there. Ober Watson, I can't even pronounce your name, sorry, which I guess is racist now. Gave $5 and says, have you watched any Dr. Carl Hart? No, I don't know who that is, sorry. Houdini gave $2 and says, make a video essay on why femboys are actually hot. I mean, do you need an essay? Just look at a picture. Attack on Tube gave $1.99 and says, any chance of a wrong advice's return? I was thinking about doing it as a podcast, but I have to figure out a way to actually source legitimate people asking for advice, because I don't think it's funny when people submit ridiculous, over-the-top fake shit that's clearly not an actual person with an actual problem. I think it's way funnier to give bad advice to people who really need help. It's just like, that's where the joke is. That's the joke to me. $10 person, Brooklyn A, $10. Hello, TJ. I came up with a comic character of my own that is an energy vampire that rips out others' hearts and inserts them into her chest to give her more energy for her heart and blood, saved blood. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what my reaction to that's supposed to be, but hey, yeah, thanks for the $10. Always going to appreciate that, right? Oh, and I got two more people, but then we're going to fucking move on from this. Dragon in the West gave $2 and says, if they were to legalize weed and LSD nationally, what do you think? What business and restaurants would go pop? I mean, LSD is not going to fucking see any restaurant do better because I've never wanted to eat anything on LSD. Like, LSD literally murders my appetite. So I don't know, but weed, I mean, weed will improve every restaurant. Clever Boy, $2. Why didn't the market crash during the lockdown? Shouldn't that have been the straw that broke the camel's back? I mean, I think that there was definitely economic repercussions, but clearly it did not crash the market. So I don't know. I don't know why it wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back. Maybe it just kind of attests to how fake our economy really is. Like, the federal government did pump a shit ton of money into the private sector in order to prevent that. So it was probably a matter of that stimulus doing what it was intended to do. You know, no one cares about stimulating ordinary people, but stimulate the economy, of course. And then Noel Ebert gave $2. Is any advice on coping with splashback? What does that mean? Like, is that like when you're pissing and some piss splashes back at you? Is that what that is? I don't even know. I gotta look at this term. I don't even see anything. So I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. So let's talk about some other shit that's going on in the world. This is going on in Arkansas, just a few states away from me. If I travel north for like 6 hours, I can be in Arkansas. You know? So it's really not too far. Arkansas legislators override veto, enact transgender youth treatment ban. Legislators rebuffed Governor Asa. I always say Asa when I get to this person's name. I don't know how the fuck this person's name is supposed to be said. Aja. I can't fucking pronounce it. Hutchinson. Don't name your kid something stupid like that, all right? Just like, don't fucking do it. Making the state the first to ban gender-confirming treatments for transgender minors. Arkansas legislators Tuesday made the state the first to ban gender-affirming care for transgender minors, overriding Republican Governor Asa Hutchinson's veto. The law prohibits doctors from providing gender-affirming medical care, such as puberty blockers or hormone therapy, and prevents them from referring minors to other providers. Major medical organizations, such as the American Medical Association and American Academy of Pediatrics, oppose the bill, which transgender advocates say could have severe negative effects on trans youth in the state. Chase Strangio, Deputy Director for Transgender Justice of the American Civil Liberties Union's LGBTQ and HIV Project, said in a statement that the legislature has ignored dozens of local doctors and national medical experts, as well as trans youth and their parents. This bill will drive families, doctors, and businesses out of the state and send a terrible and heartbreaking message to the transgender young people who are watching in fear, Strangio said. Gender-affirming care is life-saving care, and banning that care will have devastating and in some cases deadly consequences. Trans youth in Arkansas, we will continue to fight for you. So I have a solution to this. I have an easy solution. Oh, by the way, I guess we should hear how fucking pervasive this fucking bullshit is in this state. The override, which needed only a simple majority, passed easily in both chambers. The House voted 72-25 in favor, and the Senate voted 25-8. So there was no real there's no real fucking opposition to this, despite the fact that like every reputable medical association, like the American Medical Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics, both are like, this bill is terrible. This is like, you're preventing people from getting medical care that they need. The state of Arkansas doesn't care because they'd rather legislate their morality at us. This is the same party, by the way, that constantly is going to tell you about your fucking freedom. Constantly going to blow a bunch of smoke up your ass about how, oh, you're so free. Oh, you deserve to make your own choices. And the government has no business telling you how to live your life and all this stuff. And, the first fucking chance they get to make life harder for somebody, they fucking take it. Because why? Because it's against their stupid caveman morality. And that's why I have a perfect solution. We need to simply disband Arkansas as a state and remand it to the care of actual human beings with conscience and intelligence. It's time to fucking destroy Arkansas. Who's with me? So also, I mean, honestly, I'm close enough to Arkansas. I'm thinking about fucking heading up to Arkansas and like protesting this shit. I don't know. Think about meeting some of my fans in Arkansas. I've been wanting to do a meetup. Might as well be for a fucking political cause. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll head on up to Arkansas. You guys can fucking meet me there. We can fucking, we can act wild. We can fucking wild it up. I don't want to get into too many details about what we might do, but, some stuff might happen, And it could be fun. Or it could be terrible, but, it could also be fun. I mean, it's still in Arkansas, so. What we need to do is find the shittiest little most conservative town in Arkansas and just raid that motherfucker. And just fucking block traffic up in that bitch. I don't know. I'm ready to go for it. I'm ready to fucking go for it, though. I just wanted to know. I just want to know what you thought about the idea. All right, I'll get to that later. I'm going to read the super chats later in a second. But yeah, this is ridiculous to me. I mean, you have legitimate medical fucking associations telling you this is a bad idea. The research really strongly shows that, there's a crazy amount of suicidality in the trans community. And, most of it stems from the fact that you have this level of fucking bigotry against trans people. Getting gender affirming, not surgery at that stage, but gender affirming fucking treatment at that age is shown to dramatically decrease suicide risk. So, like, basically, you're condemning a bunch of kids to death, all for your stupid, backwards Christian morality. This has to fucking be challenged on some kind of constitutional basis because this is absurd. And unfortunately, right now we have a conservative Supreme Court that's probably going to affirm Arkansas's right to do this. So, yeah, this country is just a bunch of backwards, bigoted bullshit. And, yeah, probably the entire American South should fall into the ocean so that it can trouble us no more. That's basically my take on that. What else we got here? Hold on, let's see here. What is this? Yeah, okay. All right, that's something we could do. So here is Kyle Kalinske talking about something Charles Barkley said, and it really, I'll just go ahead and play it.
Charles Barkley went viral the other day. He was hosting, I don't even think this is on NBA on TNT, which is the show they're normally on. I think this was for the NCAA tournament, but I don't know if they were talking about George Floyd in particular, the case that's going on right now with George Floyd or something else, but look at his comments here that blew up on politics.
Shared that news, how painful it was.
Yeah, but the one thing I took out of that piece was, man, I think most white people and black people are great people. I really believe that in my heart. But I think our system is set up where our politicians, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, are designed to make us not like each other so they can keep their grasp of money and power. They divide and conquer. I truly believe in my heart most white people and black people are awesome people, but we're so stupid following our politicians, whether they're Republicans or Democrats. And their only job is, hey, let's make these people not like each other. We don't live in their neighborhoods. We all got money. Let's make the whites and blacks not like each other. Let's make rich people and poor people not like each other. Let's scramble the middle class. I truly believe that in my heart.
So when I saw that, a few things about it rubbed me the wrong way. So the first thing that rubbed me the wrong way is, you know, Charles Barkley talking about people in the middle class as if he's part of them. You know, motherfucker has got a net worth of $50 million. That doesn't mean he has $50 million in cash necessarily, but, you know, when you total up all of his assets, he's sitting at like $50 million worth of shit. So he's not really connected to the plight of common everyday people. So whatever. That's just like, I don't know. I just don't like that he's talking like that's him, you know? I hate when rich people kind of talk about us in that sense. When they're talking about class, but they kind of identify with a class that they're actually far above. It's a pet peeve of mine. You know, maybe you came from that background, maybe you understand what that's like, but if you're not there currently, then there's gonna be some level of disconnection there. But that's really not the major issue I take with it. The major issue I take with it, and I want to make it clear that, you know, this whole like divide and conquer thing, that is a legitimate strategy. Politicians of both parties do try to separate us on certain bases because they want to drum up votes. The story we just listened to a minute ago about Arkansas, you know, trying to discriminate against transgender kids. That's basically conservative in what in their mind is a virtue signal, right? They don't give a fuck about those kids because if they gave a fuck about those kids, they want to do what was in those kids' best interest, which is just demonstrably the opposite of what they're doing. So they don't care. They just don't care if they hurt those kids because to them, enforcing their twisted idea of morality is more important. And showing off what strong conservatives they are is important. And so that's just the way they divide us. They, you know, we're the normal people, the good people, and we're against these weird degenerate people, such as these trans people. You know, they're confused at best, you know. And you see this happen. You know, there's definitely people that try to create division and strife so that they can capitalize on it. And no one could or should deny that. But this idea that the racial strife or the class strife that exists in America all just boils down to politicians creating artificial lines of separation so that they can take power for themselves. Not really accurate. Okay? I know I've been in too many American living rooms. I've heard what too many people say behind closed doors to think that there isn't a real racism problem in this country. I've confronted too many fucking racists. I've sat by and listened to too many racist diatribes to think that, oh, that's just not a thing and we're over that. And when that does happen, it's just politicians turning us against one another. Like, there's way too much in terms of research and policy that shows that these racial divisions are real for me to think it's just something, oh, well, it's just being drummed up by these politicians. And if they would just shut up about it, and this media would just shut up about it, it would just go away. I think that's wishful thinking on the part of white people who don't want to confront this shit. And so it's way easier for them to just accept this idea that, like, man, this is all just a bunch of drummed up shit. And if it weren't for these politicians and the media inflaming it, everything would just be hunky-dory. It'd be fine. And I mean, it's a nice little notion, but it's probably not really true. And it's especially not true when it comes to the class issue, because the politicians are not trying to divide people by rich and poor. The politicians have no interest in that. The politicians, if anything, are trying to distract you from turning on the rich. Because guess what? Those same rich people are the ones who actually own those politicians. Those are the people who the politicians are actually responsive to. People in that Charles Barkley income bracket, but even more importantly, the people that are way above that Charles Barkley income bracket. You know? I mean, think about this. Any billionaire in this country, at a moment's notice can be talking to Joe Biden. Like, maybe it can't be just as simple as just calling the White House and being like, I'd like to talk to Joe Biden right now, please. I mean, he's still the fucking president, but like, if Jeff Bezos wants to bend to the ear of Joe Biden, that's no fucking problem for him. That's no problem for him. I mean, what about all these political gala events where the price tag of a plate is like $25,000? Oh, well, it all goes to charity. Yeah, maybe it does, but it's also a pretty tall barrier for entry, you know, for you to rub elbows with those in the corridors of power. But for somebody who's rich, it's super easy for them to waltz right in there, talk to their governor, talk to their senator, talk to their fucking president, because they got money. And you know what? They influence politicians. They fucking spend millions, billions on lobbying to change the laws to stuff that benefits them and the corporations that they control. So this is not an imaginary fucking divide. This is a very real fucking divide that exists. This is not a media construct. This is not a political construct. This is an on-the-ground reality. And Charles Barkley is flat out fucking wrong. And that's kind of what I expected Kyle Kalinske to say when I played his video. But
I mean, Korn and I have both said it for a long time. NBA on TNT is the best show on TV, and I don't even think it's close. They're hilarious. They don't just talk about basketball. They talk about everything. They joke around. When they get into politics, it's really interesting. They're the most honest, real people on TV. So I've always been a fan of Charles Barkley. Even every now and then he says something I totally disagree with, but I always like him because I know it's coming from the heart. It's coming from a good place. And what more can you ask of somebody than to be honest with you 24/7, even if sometimes you massively disagree with them? But this is an instance where I don't massively disagree with him. I think he almost perfectly nails it.
Shut up, Kyle. You know what more you can ask for? More than them to just be honest with you all the time is for them to be right. That's what I would ask for. I would ask that he not only be honest about his opinion, but that he be correct. I don't think he's correct. You know? For the reasons I already laid out.
It's a tick off, but I think he almost perfectly nails it. So let's break it down. He says, in his opinion, most white people and black people are great people. And it appears...
Yeah, I don't agree with that either, by the way. You know, most people, in my view, are pieces of shit. You know, I think that most people have some sort of redeeming values, and I can see, you know, a better side to most people that I've ever met. Like, even some of the worst people I've met, I've seen some sort of redemptive value in some aspect of them. But, you know, by and large, I don't think that, I don't think people are just, like, great. You know what I mean? But that's personal opinion, really.
Appears like the system is designed to keep everybody at each other's throats and always disagreeing, because as long as the regular people are fighting amongst each other, the wealthy run out the back door with all the money and all the power and all the...
I don't understand. Like, do you just have no... Have you ever worked with people? Like, you don't need... It's not a, like... There's not a lot of fucking work involved in dividing people, okay? Like, people butt heads really fucking easily. And like the more in my life I have tried to organize various people into different configurations, whether it be family structure or business structure or what have you, you see that like egos clash, perspectives come into conflict, opinions differ in drastically different ways, and those sorts of things have to be resolved. And when you apply that to something the size of a fucking country, like the idea that the reason there are disagreements between people in this country is because politicians like created them as some sort of like mind control construct is fucking absurd. TJ is not wrong here, Smoke and Sign. How am I wrong? Like, you think that so wait, you honestly believe that like the political divide in America is something that the politicians created? Because I happen to think it's just something they take advantage of. You know, when you have people in this country who like live radically different lifestyles with radically different incomes in radically different areas with radically different cultures, because there are so many different cultures across this country, you guys. If you fucking come to the town where I'm living right now, and then you go across the lake to New Orleans, that's two radically different cultures right there that are right next to each other. You go to other parts of the state, you got yet another radically different sort of culture. Because, like, you go to Texas, totally different vibe in Texas. You go to Colorado, totally different vibe in Colorado. Like, I've been all over this fucking country, okay? And I can tell you, like, no two places got the same flavor. No two places have the same mentality. Like, for instance, here's just one fucking exception here. When I moved to Ohio, and people would tell me, like, be here at this time, and I would be like 10, 15 minutes late, because here, where I live now, 10, 15 minutes late is on time. Like, we think nothing of being up to 20 minutes late for shit. Because it's just like, that's the vibe around here. No one gives a fuck about, oh, well, it's exactly, he said he'd be here at 7:15, and it's 7:20. But in Ohio, it was like a big deal. Punctuality was way more prized there. Do you think that divide happened because some nefarious force wanted it to happen? Ooh, people here will care about punctuality, but people here will be way more lax about it. Mwahaha! You think that was a scheme? Or do you think that's just natural social evolution? It's just natural social evolution. You know what? I understand why you guys want to believe the bullshit Kyle is saying here. I get why you want to believe it. I get why it's appealing to you. But it's not the fucking truth. Like, think about the disagreement you're having with me right now. Who created that? No one created that. That's not a contrivance of some fucking system that's determined to put us at odds with each other. That's you thinking about things one way and me thinking about them another. That's a naturally occurring human disagreement. And when you multiply that by the number of people that exist in this country, holy shit, it's a miracle that we agree as much as we do. It's a miracle that we're as functional as we are. And that's why I'm right. And you're fucking wrong. What if it's both? I mean, it is kind of both. Like I said, divide and conquer strategy is a thing. And if politicians see a disagreement happen, are they above fanning the flames? Of course they're not. Of course if they see a divide occurring in America that they can take advantage of, I think they do that. But do I think they create these divides? Maybe in very rare instances they do, but like, I can't think of one. Even Hitler didn't create the anti-Semitism of Germans. It was something that already was occurring in the country. He just took advantage of it. He just jumped on the Jew-hating bandwagon. It's not like Hitler didn't fucking convince a bunch of like rational, loving people, hey guys, let's hate the Jews. And they were like, now that you mention it. No, he took advantage of, cultural antagonisms that were already at fucking play. So I don't know. It just seems like a really simplistic fucking view of how shit works, but maybe it's going to get more nuanced. Let's see.
All the influence and all the control and all of the levers of success in a society. So he brings it up in the Republican Democrat sense. They just want to have us divided 24/7 along partisan tribal lines. That's true. They want to divide us among racial lines. That's true. He literally says it's divide and conquer. That's true. He brings up it's done for greed and power and money. That's why they do it. That's true. He has a better understanding of politics than I would argue most politicians and...
Oof. I don't know. Kyle, you might need a vacation or something. I think you've... Either that or this is just like basketball fanboyism. Like... Maybe like some sort of like lowered expectation as far as Charles Barkley goes, or like maybe because you watch his show, you understand him in a broader context than I do or something. But like, this is just like such a weirdly remedial, simple fucking take on this issue. Like, I don't know. It's almost fucking mind-boggling. Because, I'll be honest, like I watch Kyle Kalinske shit. And 90% of the time when he comments on a video, I don't want this to fucking play like this is part of like me fucking trying to tear Kyle down or something, because like 90% of the time when I watch a Kyle Kalinske video, I agree with or at least understand his perspective. But this to me is like, I've never been more at odds. Like when I watch this, I'm just like, what are you fucking talking about? Huh? Like, what? Because everything I just said to you guys, like Kyle Kalinske knows that shit. I've heard him talk about that shit. He knows there's real, actual antagonisms that have reasons behind them beyond just politicians turning us against each other. So I don't know. This take lacks nuance, and I find it really bizarrely bad. And I just had to put that out there. But now it's time for my bad take. Everyone who just said I was woke, they're going to watch them. Watch how quickly they turn right the fuck against me. Watch how quickly they're like, wait a minute. Wait a cotton picking goddamn minute, TJ, you son of a bitch. Because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this Joss Whedon shit. I'm tired of it. It's fucking nonsense. It's bullshit. Leave this fucking man alone. All right? Leave this man alone. Leave this man alone. So since the start of this basically, okay, so I don't feel like reading the whole fucking New York fucking The Cut article about this or whatever the fuck. But let's just talk in general terms about what's going on here. So Zack Snyder left the set of the Justice League to go handle some kind of weird family bullshit. Right? And Joss Whedon was brought onto the project to finish it up. And the guy that played Cyborg in that movie said that Joss Whedon was a real fucking prick. Oh man, he's a dick. He was racist against me. We haven't heard any fucking specific instance of how he was racist, but whatever. He's racist and he's a dick. And apparently he was mean to fucking Gal Gadot as well. Told her to just shut up and say her fucking lines. Like, can you imagine the audacity of that? Like telling someone to just stop complaining and do their fucking job. Like, holy shit, what a monster. Like, it's almost like he's in charge of like getting a production done or something. His ex-wife had some negative things to say about him and just said, oh, he cheated on me all the time. And he acts like he's this big feminist, but really he just does it so he can get away with all of his infidelities against me. And for some reason, I'm supposed to give a shit about their relationship status. Like, oh, They're doing their best to convince me this guy's a dick. They're doing their best to convince me this guy's a total asshole. And some of the actresses he worked with back on Buffy the Vampire Slayer when he was the showrunner for that, they're saying, oh, he's a slave-driving taskmaster monster piece of shit. And he runs, it's a very toxic environment for us, and boo the fuck who? You know what? Joss Whedon, Buffy the fucking Vampire Slayer. I'm not a fan of the fucking show. I never fucking watched it, okay? But you know what? This show's got massive fucking IMDb fucking ratings, man. Huge fucking fan following to this fucking day. Motherfucker did the first Avengers movie. Critical fucking success. Loved by audiences. He's one of the fucking best writers in the goddamn industry. So you know what? Convince me he's an asshole all you want. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he's a prick. I don't care if he was mean to his fucking wife. I don't care if he told Gal Gadot to shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit. Because you know why? Because he's a fucking director. He's supposed to be a fucking prick. What was it that fucking Alfred Hitchcock said about actors? I'm going to pull up the exact quote because I don't want to get it fucking wrong. So people are going around saying that Alfred Hitchcock said that actors are cattle. And he corrected the record. He said, I never said actors are cattle. What I said was all actors should be treated like cattle. Weird that would be his mentality. You know who else had that mentality? Stanley fucking Kubrick. Wow. Why do you think this fucking mentality is so pervasive across the industry? Could it be because actors are lunatics? Like, do you guys know actors? Because actors are fucking nut jobs. Their egos are massive and gigantic. They're super self-important, super self-absorbed. And yeah, sometimes it takes an asshole to wrangle them into doing what they're supposed to fucking do so that the movies you love can fucking happen. I'm tired of this vilification of assholes in our culture. Our culture needs assholes. Assholes get shit done. And all these woke fucking pieces of shit in the audience, I'm not even looking at the chat because I can't be distracted by them. But I know what they're saying. I already hear the in the back of my fucking head. But you know what? If I were to say sometimes a woman has to be a bitch to get shit done, everyone would be like, oh, yes. Bitch can be empowering. Sometimes you have to be a bitch. Sometimes you just got to be a bad bitch that just goes in there, takes names, take no prisoners attitude. Fuck that shit. I will be heard. My will be done. But if you got the same attitude in a man now, toxic. Toxic and bad. Bad and toxic. It was a stressful work environment. He made us do the scenes we were paid to do. Handsomely compensated for beyond what almost anyone else makes it in this whole country. Actors are still people with a fucking job. And you still need a guy who's the boss of them. And the boss has got to go in, and when the actor's like, I don't know if my character would do this, it's his job to say, shut the fuck up and read your fucking lines. Like, are you able to fucking, if you work in a job at like Subway or some shit, are you able to be like, I don't think that this is the right artistic interpretation of how I want to make this sandwich. I feel that, instead of 2 pieces of bread with stuff in between, it should be 2 piles of stuff with bread in between. That is my vision for the sandwich. How's your fucking boss at Subway gonna react to that? He's gonna say, shut the fuck up and make the goddamn sandwich right. Because it's his job to make sure that fucking happens. We need assholes. We need assholes. Stop vilifying assholes. Now, am I saying that this guy is a perfect fucking angel? Am I saying he's a bastion of virtue? Am I saying he's never done anything wrong? No, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying that some of his worst attributes that you're trying to fucking get on his ass for probably had something to do with why everything he's been involved with, for the most part, has seen critical and audience fucking acclaim. So quit being a bunch of pussies. Boom. I'm always here when TJ's yelling. Well, you know. So see? It was good to exercise that. Almost didn't do that section. I'm almost like, they're going to get mad at me. What a weird tangent. See? Like, you don't even see where I'm coming from. You're just like, oh, I don't, what, that's weird. Why would he even, what a weird tangent. I won't actually respond to it in any concrete way, but it's just weird. It's weird he would do on that tangent. I just don't understand that tangent. Why would he even? Bad takes. Yeah, once, oh, the nice little vague bullshit. Oh, it's just bad. Wrong. He's wrong. That's weird. I don't have anything. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Fucking Corey Cameraman liked the fucking tangent, so whatever. Let's do a BuzzFeed quiz, eh? Those are fun. What do we got here? Top one. Did these Mandela effects get the best of you in these Disney movies? Maybe. I don't know. Let's find out. First off, what do you remember the evil queen saying in Snow White and the Seven fucking Dwarfs? Magic mirror on the wall or mirror on the wall? Well, I always thought it was mirror on the wall, but that probably means it's magic mirror on the wall. Yeah, there you go. Wait, does this just tell you what people, like, does it tell you which ones is right? Oh, you got to keep scrolling to see what actually happened. Okay. In the Jumble Book. In the Jungle Book, do you remember Baloo wearing coconut bra during I Want to Be Like You? I mean, I do remember him wearing one. You know what? I bet that's because the bear from Robin Hood was basically the same design. I still love you, TJ, when you're wrong. Shut the I ain't wrong about shit. But I'm trying to outsmart this. I'm just going to answer honestly. Yes, I do remember that. What do I remember? Do I remember them with flags or spinners? I think I remember them with flags. Do you remember the lyrics? Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Hi ho, it's home from work we go. I thought it was off, so I'm going to go with off. Do you remember seeing Cinderella's ears in the movie? I know specifically that bitch don't have no ears. I've noticed that before. In the Three Little Pigs, do you remember the big bad wolf threatening? I'll huff and puff blow your house down. I'll huff and puff blow your house in. I think he's in. Do you recall Arthur pulling the sword out of an anvil or a stone? I remember it being an anvil. Even though it's called the Sword and the Stone. Which coat do you remember Cruella wearing in One of her Dalmatians? Well, clearly she didn't have a Dalmatian coat already, so. How do you remember the Disney castle looking in the opening intro to movies? See, what's the fucking difference here? I don't even see a fuck. I guess this one's a little wider. I don't know. I'll go with the wide one. Do you remember Tinkerbell flying through the title card? Wait, do you remember Tinkerbell flying through the title card above with her pixie dust? I guess I don't. Okay. Okay, so this, yeah, it says magic mirror on the wall. Okay. He was not wearing a bra. I was right about them wearing flags. I was wrong about the lyrics to the song. I was right about her not having ears. I was right about the big bad wolf saying, blow your house in. I was right about the anvil. I was right about Cruella's coat. I was wrong about the castle, it looks like. I was right about Tinkerbell not being in that intro thing there. And I guess that's it. So I was right about most of them. Do one more of these. Then we'll answer some more of your guys' super chats and Streamlabs. So send them on in, because I'm about to be answering them again. The Streamlabs are preferred, by the way, because they take less of a cut. So if you guys care about giving YouTube a little less money, am I still on the quiz page? Okay, I am. What's their sign? Who cares? I'm supposed to guess someone's fucking, like, you know that's bullshit, right? Sorry, Gen Z. Only millennials have seen. I haven't seen any Disney Channel original movies. I don't watch that garbage. Let's see. Tell us about your dog, and we'll reveal which Hogwarts house they belong in. Okay. I'm curious about what Sal's Hogwarts house would be. Which of these images carry a dog's personality? I say this one. Which food item would your dog hate the most? My dog will eat anything, yeah. How does your puppy like to sleep? I mean, my dog sleeps in a more eccentric way than most of these, but I guess this one probably looks the closest. What does your dog think of you? This dog is super loving. What's my dog's dream meal? I mean, like literally any of this. Probably this. When they hear a knock, what does your puppy do? Bark angrily. What's your dog's favorite pastime? Sleeping, sniffing, playing, eating. Probably. I mean, I would say when he was younger, it was playing. I think as he gets older, eating is probably taken a higher priority. What's your dog's favorite kind of weather? Sun, I guess. I guess mild weather, honestly. And lastly, which pick reminds you of your dog? I mean, I don't know why, but for some reason, this one. Hufflepuff. Oh, no, my dog's stupid. I mean, I always interpreted Hufflepuff as, like, the stupid one, right? Like, that's where the dumb kids go. But Jamie called it, so whatever. Man, I'm disappointed with those results. I want to do one more now. Don't care about The Office. Ketchupifying these foods, and we'll guess your age and height. All right. I'll fucking... You're not going to guess my height. There's no way it's going to guess that I'm fucking 6'6" or whatever, so... How much ketchup do I want on that hot dog right there? I mean... I feel like that hot dog's got enough going on that it doesn't need that much ketchup. We can go for a slight... A little, like, in between those two, maybe. I don't know how you could disagree with my Kyle take. I was just flat out right about that one. Like, I can see disagreeing with the Joss Whedon take because I just understand a lot of people are pussies and they don't want to fucking admit that the world needs assholes. But, you know, the second you live in a world without assholes, you're going to find out just how much it sucks. Grilled cheese. Ketchup? I don't want any ketchup on a fucking... Get out of here. Meatloaf? Oh, you got to have a fucking... I need a lot of ketchup. Maybe not quite that much. I'll go to Mountain, though. Fries? Yeah, just whatever. Reasonable amount of ketchup's fine. Burger? I mean, depending on the burger, I don't know. You know, like a little chicken nuggets. I'd rather have something else. I'd rather have like a fucking honey mustard or sweet and sour or pretty much any other sauce for that. Eggs. I will sometimes put ketchup in my eggs. It's pretty fucking rare. I will put like one little nudge towards that. Steak, get the fuck out of here. Mac and cheese, that's gross. I would never do that. I am 26 to 30 years old. Nope, I'm older than that, and I'm fucking taller than that. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You called Joss Whedon one of the best writers. He is. He's one of the best fucking writers in goddamn Hollywood. I don't care what you say. How's he not? How's he not? The only reason that the fucking Avengers was worth fucking watching to the extent that it, like, the only reason it has the rewatchability that it does is because the dialogue between those characters is so much fucking fun. Now, if you want to argue that it's not realistic, I'll give you that. But it's like fun to fucking read. And it's like snappy and it's got pep and it's almost got like that like 1950s kinetic energy to it where it's like there's like a nice rhythm and flow to every conversation and just like boom, 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 boom. It hits the mark so fucking nice. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. He's a fucking talented writer, but I guess if you want something more like fucking down-to-earth melodrama bullshit that's no fun, then I guess there's better writers for that kind of crap. Boop. 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 Anyway, it's time to read some fucking some bullshit from you fucking pieces of garbage out there. Let's fucking do it, huh? Chelsea, could you give me a drink, baby? Pretty please. You can respect someone's art and still think they're a piece of shit, TJ. Why though? Like, why does who even cares if they are a piece of shit? You're not dealing with them. You're not fucking forming a relationship with them. Your relationship with them is literally just you are a receptacle for their art. So like, who cares? Like, it's none of your business whether they're a piece of shit. Mind your own fucking business. Anyway. Let's read some money talk. Why am I reading free shit when I could be reading money shit? Let's see. Where we leave off here? Thank you. What? Want a kiss? Love you. All right, let's see. Where did this leave off? Can I taste your nuts? That's not my style. Do you watch To Catch a Predator? No, I never really watched that. And yeah, can you taste my nuts? I guess. If you want. Probably very vinegary. Sorry if you've gotten this question a lot, but is there any chance of a TJ/Vosh conversation in the near future? Really enjoy seeing you two bounce thoughts off each other. Yeah, we're going to actually shoot a porno together where we're going to fuck some thoughts. So we're literally going to bounce thoughts off each other, you know? No, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd be willing to talk to Vosh again for sure. You know, it'd be fun. I enjoyed our first conversation a lot, so I'd be happy to join him for another. Freakadelic gave $3.99 and says, "The fuck you talking about, TJ, atheist guy? Everyone knows that racism was over on April 28th, 1995, when Chuck Norris, with the help of a cop dog, defeated an evil plot by white nationalists, KKK, and neo-Nazis to blow up minorities. Thanks, white savior." Wow, I am embarrassed. I can't believe I forgot about the events of April 28th, 1995. I think the liberal media tried to cover up that happened. Chuck Norris would be the one to bridge the divide between the races, wouldn't he? Jimmy Zappa gave $6.66 and says, "Didn't agree with your Kyle and Joss takes, but take my money anyway, you beautiful bastard." You're welcome. I'm sorry that you had to be wrong about those things, but the important thing is you financially compensated me for having to put up with your wrongness. So, you know, we can still get along. Bob Mackey gave $5 and says, "If you could watch any one person debate Ben Shapiro, who would it be and why? Also, Kyle based." I agree. Kyle's usually based on shit. I agree with him on a lot of shit. I just thought that particular take was like, what? But anyway, if I could watch anyone debate Ben Shapiro, who would it be and why? I mean, probably Vosh, just because I don't think he could win. I mean, Shapiro couldn't win, is what I'm saying. I think that he would. I think he would be embarrassingly trounced. But Yeah, I think that'd be pretty fun to watch. Let's see here. Super chats. Gotta go find where I was. Sorry. Okay, there was that one. Wrong advices. Splashback. Okay, I think this is where we left off. Lol, I just want to know what you thought of my comic ideas. This is the vampire in the heart switching guy. I also want to say no one should enhance someone's chances of death regardless of natural causes, and that includes George Floyd. Yeah, I mean, obviously you should not embark in courses of action that put other people at risk. Obviously there is a certain, like, if you get into your car, you have a higher chance of accidentally killing someone when you're driving a vehicle than you do when you're not driving a vehicle. That doesn't mean you shouldn't drive the vehicle. Like, there is an acceptable amount of risk that you can pose to others, I think. But certainly there's a line. Kneeling on someone's throat, to me, that's not just increasing their risk of death. That's actively engaging in something that could kill them. That's like a form of assault. It's like, really, it's just homicide. I think it'll probably be ruled such. I would hope so anyway, very soon. Where are we here? Okay, Spinosaurus, the proud socialist Egyptiacus, gave $2 and says nuke Arkansas. We'll get the we need to get the fucking the good people out. So we need to send a couple of buses into Arkansas to gather up the few good people that are worthwhile. Drive them off to safety. But then, yeah, obviously, I'm not advocating actually nuking Arkansas, just to make that fucking clear. Red Hawk 2030 gave $5 and says, if the U.S. became isolationist, would you be worried about Chinese and Russian imperialism? Already see China exerting influence over U.S. companies. I mean, yeah, I think that if the U.S. did become isolationist, then yeah, I mean, like, China and Russia are going to fight for the scraps, right? I think that in order for there to be a geopolitical drawdown, it would have to be something that's mutually agreed on by the world's primary superpowers. Pretty fucking unlikely event, by the way. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Yiva. I don't know. Hold on. Let me fucking look this up. How the fuck is that said?
In France, we would say it as Yves.
Okay, I'm hoping that's that France is what's going on. Eva got none. Trump or Biden. 200 rupees, I think. Fuck, I don't know. I already made that choice. I made it in November. I voted for Biden over Trump. So I've been faced with that exact choice, and I made the choice I made. Ryan, 20 pounds. A child's brain isn't fully developed till they reach their 20s. They can't drive, vote, but they can choose their gender. Yeah. Yeah. Like, wait a minute. Driving is like a skill. Voting, the reason you can't drive a car until you reach a certain age because you don't have like the dexterity and like mental, I didn't even think the mental discipline to drive a car. I didn't have that even when I was fucking 17 when I got my license. I was a terrible driver, and I really still am to this day, by the way. People don't like driving with me. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason that you can't drive a car to a certain age. There's a reason you can't vote to a certain age. Although I think the voting age could honestly be lowered. I mean, but as far as choosing your gender, I don't really think anyone's choosing their fucking gender to begin with. But even if they are, yeah, I mean, like, I feel like when it comes to matters of your own identity, it's like you're telling me that they can't vote and but they can choose to wear these certain clothes, or something like that. Like, yeah, when it comes to matters of identity, yeah, they should be allowed to express their fucking identity. Like, I don't think you need to be 18 before, like, I am now 18. I am now old enough to have an identity of my own. Like, what should they be until then? Just like, you must dress in like a state-approved uniform and express no individuality because you're not yet ready to do so? Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Thanks for the money. Fat Man gave $5, says, I agree the divide between Americans is based on millions of tiny things that matter to each individual and don't matter at all to others. Yeah, absolutely. 100% correct. Evie got none again with 200 more rupees. Random thoughts on Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk in certain ways, I can see the appeal of Elon Musk, He's certainly, I've made money off of Elon Musk because he keeps pumping fucking Dogecoin. And I'm just like riding that wave every time he does it. Like, every time Elon fucking goes on Twitter and is like, Doge, that shit shoots up. And so I'll buy it when he fucking says it, ride it up. And then when it starts to go down again, I sell it off. And then I buy some more the next time he does it. And I've made some money off the motherfucker. I'll be honest with you on that fucking front. And don't lecture me about the fucking environmental impact of fucking cryptocurrency. I heard it. I know. I still eat meat for fuck's sake, I'm obviously not willing to fucking do much. I expect broader systemic solutions to these problems. I ain't taking personal responsibility for shit. Yeah, I'm not talking about transitioning I'm not talking about fucking surgery when you're fucking 10 or something. I'm talking about them being put on fucking, like, hormones or some shit. Which, like, yeah, that's reversible if need be. If they fucking decide down the line, wait a minute, I think I was just going through, like, some gender confusion or whatever, and I actually want to identify as assigned at birth fucking sex, then, yeah, they just can, that's, like, pretty easily fucking reversible. But almost none of them do that. Like, that's really fucking rare that even happens. I mean, like, if nothing else, just, like, look at the fucking suicidality rate. Like, honestly, like, take any other feelings you have about the issue out of it and just look at the suicidality rate. If you look at a group of kids and like 10% of these kids are going to kill themselves, but if we do this one thing, it, like, that number cuts in half or whatever. I'm just pulling numbers out of my ass, but it's like akin to that. Like, wouldn't that alone be fucking worth it? Like, even if you fucking, I don't buy all this bullshit about gender and blah, 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 and man's a man, woman's a woman, blah, 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 blah. Like, wouldn't, like, all your little stupid opinions you have about it, like, wouldn't just that fact alone be worth fucking, well, I guess this is worth doing. Like, if it's going to save lives, like, we should obviously do it. Like, I would think so. But apparently not. Apparently that's not a good enough reason. Like, saving people's lives isn't cool enough with you. Like, doing what the entire medical establishment has seen works. For some reason, we're going to be against that because of, like, some, like, obscure philosophical argument about, like, well, you're going to let them choose. I don't know. Seems a little fucking odd to me. Seems like a weird... Seems like you're fucking putting your own, like, opinions above the well-being, demonstrable, empirically verifiable well-being of other people. Seems pretty fucking silly to me. Not reversible? Yeah, it is. Surgery isn't reversible. Hormone therapy is reversible. It will cost more lives ultimately. I'd like to hear... Wait, what? How? Wait, how's it going to do that? How is it going to cost more lives ultimately? Like, show me the study that fucking says that. Or is this just like some fucking slippery slope fallacy in your head where it's like, well, you see, after it leads to the downfall of Western civilization, the Chinese, after we've all turned ourselves into women, the Chinese are going to come with their army of super masculine mega soldiers. And, like, what are you talking about? Hormone therapy is not reversible? Yes, it is. Like, then how come there's so many people that transition later in life. Their entire life, they've been bombarded with the hormones of their own fucking biology, right? But then they fucking start taking estrogen or whatever, and it starts changing them slowly but surely. So, I mean, yeah, like it can be reversed. Like, even if you're like even if I started doing estrogen like tomorrow, in like 1 year, I would see crazy fucking results from doing that. Even though I've had male hormones my entire fucking life. So how can you possibly say it's not reversible? I mean, it might not be perfectly reversible. Maybe there's some sort of lingering consequences to shit, but nothing too meaningful. Like, there's definitely been people who have transitioned and detransitioned. It's pretty fucking rare, but yeah, it's definitely happened before. I mean, I'm not really much of an impressionist. Where am I? Fat Man, $5. Okay. I agree the divide between Americans is based... Okay, I already read that one, sorry. Did the Elon Musk one. Brooklyn A gave $5. It says, there was a movie that the evil queen said, show me Snow White, and the mirror showed her white snow instead. Okay. Adrian Johnson gave $5, says, what's your opinion on furries? I don't really have an opinion on furries, I guess. I don't really give a shit. Like, I don't have any sort of, like, love or hatred, I guess, for furries. Obviously, I'm cool with... I mean, like, I'm at least a little bit of furry because Lola Bunny is hot. So, there's that. So, there's at least, like, a percentage of me, like 2% maybe, that's, like, kind of a furry, I guess. But, like, to me, like, the thing that must suck for furries, and I've always said this, right, is that, like, the shit that they jerk off to and the shit that they can actually pull off in real life is such a fucking vast chasm between those two things. Because, like, you look at their art, and it's, like, these, like, crazy fucking anthropomorphic, like, half animal, half human fucking sex beasts and shit. And then, like, in real life, when they try to pull it off, they just look like a fucking terrible mascot for a fucking horrible fucking football team or something. We're the Wabasca Wolves or some shit, you know? And it's like, yeah, give us a W. And that's, like, the closest they can get. And that's kind of sucks, you know? That's why we need transhumanism, man, because then we can start building these people robot bodies that look like the actual stuff that they want to be, you know, in their little art and stuff. But yeah, for now, like, they're just a bunch of people in mascot costumes fisting each other in the back of the fucking Wyatt Regency. So I don't know. I don't have no problem with that. Do whatever the fuck you want. Fat Man, $5. I know Streamlabs is better for you, but Super Chats are much more convenient for me. My card information's already saved to YouTube, so it's easy. I mean, I understand. I get the convenience thing. Spinosaurus, the proud socialist, Egyptiakis, gave $5. Says, why do you think Godzilla vs. Kong, also spoiler alert, the lizard... Oh, I'm not going to read your spoiler alert, but I liked it. Did I think it was an amazing film? No. Was it enjoyable to watch once? Yes. Would I watch it again? Probably not. Maybe in 10 years. I don't know. Liam Walker just gave $3.99 Canadian. Didn't say shit, so good for him. The J Word Network said dialogue is key to a good movie. I agree with that. Function 1 gave $5. Didn't say shit. Excuse me. Bo Smith gave $10. Says here's a bone for the big dog. Thanks, I guess. I don't know. I feel like you're hitting on me. Yv got none. Gave 400 rupees or rubies or whatever the fuck that fucking currency is. Random question, TJ. Thoughts on Elon Musk? I already did that. I already did the Elon Musk thing. Sorry you wasted money asking it twice, but I already answered it. Hold on, I got a few more Streamlabs in here. Hey, TJ, if you could please talk. This is from Talon XI. And looks like he sent it twice. I don't know if you sent it if you meant to send it 2 times. Oh, it looks like you added a little more the second time, so I guess I'll read the second one. Hey, TJ, can you please talk about your thoughts on the vigilant Christian Mario since he got exposed? When you run the drunken peasants, were you aware that he was flat out lying the whole time? Have you seen the texts that were leaked? No, I haven't seen those. I haven't seen that at all. I don't even know what you're talking about. You mean he was lying about being a Christian? It was just like a total like character to make money or something. Libertarian Fascist gave $4, says the Fat Traders episode is my favorite. I hope you guys do another. I hope you do these streams more. Yeah, I mean, for a while I was doing these streams pretty constantly. And then I just kind of like, I don't know, it just like, I got too busy and I just fell out of the habit of doing them. But I do like doing them. Furries are a gateway to bestiality. Yeah, I guess that could be true. But I don't think it's always true. I'm sure there's like cross appeal there. Like that makes sense that there would be. So yeah, I guess that would be something I would say goes too far. Brooklyn A gave $5, says I was an angelkin once. I regret it because I'm obviously very weird since I went to every person I could find and told them I was an angel. Hey, we all go through our angelkin phase. I mean, what are you going to do? Our new EP, this is from 13 Unmetal, the Slipknot-inspired band that follows me. Our new EP, Daddy Longlegs 2.0, will be out on the 13th of April. Hope to see y'all when it drops. #Unmetal. Yeah, these dudes, they're like a fucking Slipknot clone band. But they're pretty close. Like if you're fucking into like Slipknot shit and you're looking for some like interim Slipknot, they ain't fucking bad. I could play some of their shit maybe. They're hard to find because their fucking shit's just called 13. Oh, I could probably just click on their. Oh, but I'm not in there. I'm not in the fucking chat there. Okay, wait. There we go. Wait. What the fuck happened? Where is it? Oh, this chat's behind. I gotta fucking refresh the page. Just go to their fucking page from here. Can I not click on their shit? Oh, it's so annoying. Why can't I click on people's channels from here? That would be fucking so much easier to do. Stupid piece of shit. Fucking dumbass YouTube. All right, let's take a look at this shit. So this is their fucking Slipknot ripoff band here. Impure Silent Agony remix. Yeah, someone's like, holy shit, they even stole Slipknot's distortion settings. What surprises me about these guys is that their music is pretty well produced. You know what I mean? I don't know. And they just play Slipknot. No, they make their own music. They just jacked Slipknot's style, basically. Except the vocalist thinks he's a headpiece. I mean, like, Corey Taylor is a hard fucking vocal act to, like, replicate. So, you go with what you can. This is a new sound for me. Like, yeah, I mean, like, if you've never been exposed to Slipknot, I guess, or, like, any other bands that were around at that time, I guess. I don't know. This is not the worst. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, like, not every band has to be like some stunningly original shit. And like, as far as like a band that's just like, we're kind of like Slipknot, basically. Like, they do a pretty good fucking Slipknot. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they should just be a Slipknot cover band. I don't know. I kind of like that they do like their own shit, I guess. They just throw some Slipknot covers in there, you know? More like Korn distortion. I mean, look, we could talk about, sure, there's probably other inspirations in the mix, but like, I don't know. I get strong fucking Slipknot vibes above other, vibes necessarily. It's like Slipknot ripped off Mushroom Head. I mean, Slipknot's way better than Mushroom Head, though. Like, it's kind of like Slipknot ripped off Mushroom Head in the same way that, like, Oreos ripped off Hydrox. Like, Hydrox technically came first, but, like, let's be real. Oreos did it better. You know what I mean? Like, Mushroom Head, like, they're not that great. Like, their music pretty much sucks, if we're honest, right? You know? Read your last super chat. Okay, sorry. I'll let me check it out. Where did I go? I didn't see all. I mean, a bunch got. Okay, whatever. Got a bunch more super chats I didn't even see come in. Function One gave $10. His thoughts on David Fincher's Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trilogy that never came to fruition. Dude, that should have happened. Honestly, like that was a pretty good movie, and I think that they fucking really undersold that by not giving it the trilogy. I think it could have easily sustained a 3-movie arc, but whatever. Classic Basemen gave $5. Says, I remember one time at work, one of my coworkers who was conservative was upset. She found out that HRT and GRS were covered by insurance. Yeah, because it hurts her poor life so much. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, other people are gonna get the medical services that they want. No. UV Got None gave 200 rupees. Says, hi from Russia. My nickname is pronounced I've Got None. Okay, I see. I've got none. So the YVE is making the I've noise. So it's a pun or a word play or whatever the fuck. How come all the folks on the right have to do everything that goes with it? All the Shapiros and such are guns/religion. I don't know exactly what you're trying to get at there, but hey, yeah, fucking rock on. Sounds like you're being like Russia needs more people who are critical of conservatives for sure. So Red Hawk 2030, $5 says, if you think if Elon Musk ran for president in 2024, he could win, considering all the liberals and Republicans seem to view him as a godlike figure. No, I think he's too much of a weird little creep to win the presidency. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't matter anymore. Maybe Trump lowered. I don't know how. Like, the real question is, how much has Trump actually lowered the bar for who can be president? So I don't know. Maybe he can. Brooklyn A gave $5. Says, I was an Angelkin once. I regretted it. Obviously. Okay, yeah, I read that. So I guess I just skipped a few chats on accident maybe when I was reading through them. That makes sense. Brooklyn A gave $5. Says, what do you think of all the live action adaptations in general, and which ones do you actually know about? I've mostly seen Fate the Winx, Saga / Disney. I don't even know what Fate the Winx is. But as far as the Disney shit goes, I went and saw the Disney live action adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. And I thought it was like one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, right? So I went and saw that shit. And I thought it was terrible. I thought that the design for the Beast looked horrible. I thought all the actors were terrible. I thought the singing was like wretchedly bad. I don't understand. Like, Emma Watson auto-tune shit was just like unbelievably like cringy. The set design was ugly. The once charming design of the characters in the castle was just like so lost in like these over detailed renderings that just didn't stand out and had zero charm to me. The added material was ghastly. The dude who played Gaston was pretty good. I'll say that dude nailed Gaston. But mostly I thought it was terrible and just so soulless. So I saw that one, and I pretty much decided right then and there that I was not going to to see any more live action Disney remakes, and I don't think I have. I don't think I have since then. I think I might have tried to watch the Lady and the Tramp one that was on Disney Plus, and I gave up on that pretty much instantly. Like I got about 3 or 4 minutes into it before I was like, "Fuck this," completely and utterly. Yeah, I wasn't down with that bullshit. So yeah, I pretty much have not watched any of them since then. I'm not even open to them. I don't have an open mind towards them at all. I pretty much dismiss all of them based on what I saw in that. It was bad enough that I was just like done with the entire concept of Disney doing that. Fat Man gave $5 and says, "Do you like mashups like what DJ Cumberbund does? He mashed Rob Zombie, Britney Spears, and the B-52s, turning 3 okay songs into one very okay song." Yeah, I'm not usually a fan of those mashups. There's maybe been a few that I still get with. Like there might be a few that I'm okay with, I guess, but like I don't know. I've never seen one that I was like, whoa. Probably the closest I ever have been to actually liking or being impressed with one of those was there was a song. There was someone who melded together Marilyn Manson's "The Beautiful People" with what it was Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," and somehow they fucking found a way to mash those together, and it was interesting. I'll say that. Red Hawk 2030 gave $5 and says, "Do you still believe in the idea you expressed in 2018 that you don't have a public responsibility to your platform?" To your platform? I don't know what you mean by public responsibility to your platform. Do you mean like public responsibility to your audience? Like I don't really like because when you say public responsibility to my platform, it sounds like you're saying I have some sort of obligation towards YouTube. Maybe, but I don't think that's what you're trying to say. So I don't know. I'm not sure I grasp the question you're asking me. I'm trying to find something else I could fucking talk about. Keep this fucking stream going. Responsibility via your influence. Yeah, I mean, I guess that probably makes the most sense. I guess that you have to take some responsibility just because, like, I don't know. I guess I underestimated, like, the kind of influence that people on this platform can have. I saw a lot of stuff that, to my mind at least, started on YouTube. A lot of this stuff in the zeitgeist is kind of hard to pinpoint where it actually started, to take root. But I saw a lot of stuff that seemed, at least from my perception, to start on YouTube, grow into stuff that influenced national politics, and sometimes in ways that I thought were really troubling. So, yeah, I guess that I do have a somewhat more developed sense of, like, responsibility, or at least... I mean, I guess I wouldn't really say it's responsibility so much as, like, I don't want anything I say to have unintended consequences that have deleterious effects on society as a whole. But it sounds like an egotistical concern to even have, right? Like, oh, I'm so worried that my, like, YouTube channel might influence the culture in a certain way. But, I mean, like, I've seen it kind of happen. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess a little bit more. I wouldn't say responsibility exactly, but a little bit more consciousness about how things that start here could amplify and form attitudes that maybe will cause problems down the line. What do you think of, this is another Brooklyn A question, by the way. What do you think of heavy bass in music? Sometimes it bothers me. I think it can be appropriate for like a particular kind of sound. I sent you some articles on IG you might like. Okay. Let me take a look. Fortunately, the desktop version of this kind of sucks. Yeah, these are articles. I don't want to cover any like super newsy type things. I mean, I already covered the transgender thing, which, you know, I'm probably eating into like stuff that we're going to be doing on Flash Fried tomorrow. Because I don't know if everyone in here knows it, but every Wednesday on the Deep Fat Fried channel, me, Scotty, and Paul take a look at like the day's events and cover like all the major news stories of the day. So, you know. So that's something that's like that we do over there. But I don't know. I guess that I don't really have anything else I want to cover. Like nothing's jumping out at me. I guess I could do a quick perusal of that shit. Yeah, but like some of that stuff that I saw in there, I think we're definitely gonna be covering tomorrow on Flash Fried. And I just don't want to eat too much into like what we're gonna be doing there with that. What is this? The infrastructure bill. I think the infrastructure bill is like, in my opinion, too little too late. I haven't looked super deeply into it. I have a pretty superficial fucking understanding, but like when I think about like the amount of infrastructure upgrade this country needs, and I think about like the relatively, in light of all of that, meager sum that's being proposed to fix it all, I don't know. It seems like it's not going to fucking really address the fundamental issues. But, I mean, hey, you know, we've needed some infrastructure spending in this country for a fucking super long time. So at this point, honestly, anything that we can spend on infrastructure is probably money well spent, because it's so lackluster at this point. That, yeah, I just like, I don't know. Even if Trump had introduced major infrastructure spending package, I'd have been in favor of it. This is not a partisan issue for me. You know what I mean? Like, we definitely need infrastructure spending because we are lagging pathetically behind on that front. But, yeah, I think that, I guess I'll probably just wrap this up because I don't really have anything else to say. I don't really have any other stories to cover. Seems like those super chats and Streamlabs have pretty much dried up. So it seems like people are out of like stuff to want to ask or anything. So yeah, I guess I'm probably gonna just peace out at this point. I'm gonna try to do these a little bit more. I know I've said it before and then disappeared from doing live shit for months at a time, but I am gonna try to do these more. If you guys want to see my more casual phone streams where it's just a little bit more chill and relaxed and stuff, I also do streams from my phone on my TJ Does Life channel. I usually do like 2 or 3 of those a week, honestly. But I might try to do a little bit less of those and a little bit more of these, even though they require a little bit more research. And if there's like a story or a video or anything that you guys see out there in the internet that you'd like me to do a reaction to, you can always DM it to me on my Twitter. It's probably the best place to send it, honestly. But I'm checking out at this point. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every last one of you, even though so many of you are wrong about so many things, and it's pathetic. But don't worry, you keep listening to me. Eventually, you'll get on my level. You know, eventually you're gonna fucking rise. You're gonna ascend to that higher plane of being where you're like, oh, of course, TJ was right about everything, and that's gonna be a beautiful moment in your lives, right? You'll be wandering around in a fucking vast wasteland of your own fucking ignorance, and then it's just gonna click. It's not going to be apropos of nothing. It's just going to finally click. Like, Of course, TJ was right about everything. And then you're going to feel so much better, right? You're going to feel so much better about yourself. You're going to feel so much better about, well, you're not going to feel better about the world. You're going to feel like, oh my God, this is horrible. TJ was right about everything. Oh my God, no. But for a moment, though, you're going to be like, wow, finally I understand. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be an ugly thing. But like, you know, it's an ocean of sadness, but it's a glimmer of truth. It's a beautiful moment. And I look forward to each and every one of you experiencing that magical moment. The TJ epiphany, where you finally realize I was right about everything all along. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Love you all. Peace.